Jordan Mason, running back for the San Francisco 49ers. I mentioned in the opening that Christian McCaffrey is dealing with an oblique injury. And the question is, who's going to be the number 2 back? And I love Elijah Mitchell. Don't get me wrong. I love Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell was one of my favorite later round prospects when he came out a few years ago. I said if he got any chance to get opportunity and a lion's share, he would do great things with it. And he landed on San Francisco, and there were injuries, remember, to Mostert and Wilson, and Elijah Mitchell himself dealt with injuries. I like Elijah Mitchell, but I think that people are missing out on or sleeping on Jordan Mason. Mason, an undrafted free agent out of Georgia Tech, 5'11", 223. So he's built to handle heavy workload. So far this season, Jordan Mason, 21 rush attempts, 5.6 yards per attempt. And you're like, but Bradley, what about last year? What did Jordan Mason do in his rookie year? Only 43 attempts, 6 yards per carry. And he's had a 90.6 and 85.9 PFF rush grade over the last 2 seasons. He's played very well in his small sample size for San Francisco. Now, do I think Jordan Mason gets the lion's share of the San Francisco running back touches if McCaffrey is out? The answer is no. I don't think so. But I think this is a better scenario than it would have been if Deebo Samuel was not also dealing with an injury. Deebo is expected to be day-to-day. He's questionable. I doubt that the San Francisco 49ers will involve Deebo Samuel very much in the running game if he's already dealing with an injury and with Christian McCaffrey already dealing with an oblique injury. I don't think we've got an official timeline for McCaffrey. It's probably going to be a pain tolerance. But if I'm picking up a 49ers running back, Elijah Mitchell, sure, like you can pick him up. But I think that the sharp plays or the players who are not going to fall, like is Elijah Mitchell is going to be more popular. Jordan Mason, I think, is worthy of splitting the carries, splitting the touches in the San Francisco backfield. He's played very well. He's had a touchdown each of the last 2 games, weeks 5 and 6. 3.3 yards after contact per attempt is very good. He had 4.3 last year. So this is a player that you're going to say to yourself, if we want to take a shot on a guy who's not going to be very popular, let's get Jordan Mason in. He's 7th among all running backs in true yards per carry this season, 7th in fantasy points per opportunity at 1.13. We've seen him be utilized and be efficient, but also from a macro scale, the San Francisco 49ers run the second most run plays per game. So there would be plenty of opportunity. There's still 12 to 15 carries up for grabs. If Christian McCaffrey misses, it's Jordan Mason and Elijah Mitchell. But Mitchell, we know, is also very fragile. He's been dealing with some injuries himself on and off so far this season. So if I'm picking up San Francisco 49ers running back, it's going to be Jordan Mason. He's played very well. He stayed healthy. He's been efficient this year. And the 49ers are not afraid to. They gave him 10 carries in week 5's game against Dallas when they torched him. 10 for 69 and a touchdown. Can't really argue with that. Mason, though, historically not used very much in the passing game. That is how San Francisco used their running backs. In college at Georgia Tech, Jordan Mason, a career high 11 receptions on 131 snaps in 2021. So not someone I expect to be utilized a lot in the passing game. That would be a surprise. But a player that would run very efficiently behind San Francisco, a mid-pack running back too, probably mid to low running back too. I'd say between 22 and 24 is probably a safe bet for Jordan Mason if Christian McCaffrey misses. They just picked up Mitchell, and the coach did not give an endorsement for Mason today. We'll continue to listen and pay very close attention, but if I've got deep benches and I need someone, I'm not afraid of Jordan Mason. He's played very well, so I understand that concern, but I hear you on that. We're just going to continue to pick up both of them. I'm not saying don't pick up Mitchell. I think we need to pay attention to Jordan Mason here. Okay,